Okay, look at her.
Oh, this
Manila
bitch.
Luzon, your drag auntie,
She my
perhaps.
drag- I could, okay, so I'm not gonna say no sexual shit about her because that would be strange. But one of my heroes, what I will say is that I have one of my favorite things to watch during this season or during the fall is an old video of one day that Sahara and Manila and I and a couple other friends, we boycotted Halloween. And we all stayed in my house in Washington Heights and played games, and we were like having a good time. And Manila's shady ass was cheating, and we were recording the fucking games so that we could like post about it. And we caught this bitch cheating in all of the fucking board games. And I still have the videos of her like sneaking cards and hiding them.
Wow.
And so like, and it's one of the last videos that I have with Sahara. So it's something I watch all the time. And look at my cheating ass auntie. So don't play video games or board games with Manila, because that bitch cheats.
And speaking of Manila, there's also someone very important in your life that I want you to look at. Look at her. Sahara Davenport.
Well, I think that of all of the entities that have come through my life, I wish I could still look at her. Sahara was the first person who ever, like, really believed in me. Like I said, I've always been so different in my own world, and Sahara was the first person to ever get it and to make me feel like I had value and like my talents had promise. And it's not a feeling that I've ever felt before. It's so weird that it's been so long, and it's still so difficult to talk about because, like, if I could look at her, I'd probably say the same things I said before I lost her, which is just thank you, like, for believing in me, because I've never felt like anybody believed in me at that level ever, and it was magic.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll give you some Hey Qween branded tissue paper.
Wait, you got a bitch crying? Come on, what the hell?
Just in case.
It's an emotional episode to look at her? What the fuck?
Right.
I already fell over crying on Drag Race. You want me crying here now too?
Oh, sweetie.
Just kidding.
Well, we'll lighten the mood with this bitch right here. Look at her. Vanjie.
You don't have to look at her. You can hear her from a mile away. I have never met somebody who sounds like somebody's uncle. Like, she just sounds like she smokes a pack of cigarettes, and she doesn't. She just has that voice naturally. Hey, like, what the hell? It sounds like right before she opens her mouth to talk to you, she just like swallowed a bag of peanuts. Like, just every time. But she's she is a big, loud character. And that's what's crazy about Suki getting the edit for the big, loud character, because getting a word in with fucking Vanjie in a room is insane. Now, here's some tea. When I got back home from RuPaul's Drag Race, I got a call, and it was from a girl from season 10 whose spot I won't blow up. Plus, this is my Hey Qween. I'm not trying to get some other bitch some airtime. Saying, oh, well, I heard you got eliminated from Vanjie and da-da-da-da. So I didn't like that bitch at first. I was like, why would you tell anybody? Like, you know, what happens at, you know,
What happens at Drag Race stays at Drag Race until the reveal.
Right.
At least that's how it's supposed to be.
And then I just went to her and was just like, hey, did this happen? And she's like, I swear it didn't. And it didn't feel like a thing where I could like press blame or whatever. Everybody was gonna know at some point anyway. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, I ain't got no beef with you. We all good. And like, I looked at her in her eye. I was like, and if we do wanna have drama, like, let's do this shit like for real and on camera. And she's like, I don't want to. And I was like, me either. And we've been good since. So it's like, that literally is probably one of our only real actual conversations. Oh. Because I can't get that close to that loud ass bitch. She's so loud from across the room. I'm like, next, go the other way. Go the other way. Vanjie's over there. Right. I was next to her at DragCon, and somebody gave this bitch a megaphone.
Wow.
I know.
All right, well, speaking of Vanjie, let's look at Branjie. Look at her.
Oh, Miss Brooklyn Heights. Oh my gosh, I'm so perfect. Everybody loves me. They should. One of the most talented performers to ever come from Drag Race, but Silky likes to call her Shady Brooke. She magically is in the midst of the drama until she's not. It does, she's one of those ones who's like, let me blow the smoke at the fire and step away and hide under the pillow couches, girl. Right? Which is a smart plan. I wish I'd have did that. I wish I'd have been like, bitch, I ain't got no drama. Let me just amp your hoes on and then go out on point shoes.
What did you think of the Vanjie makeouts and on camera? Did you believe it, or what were you thinking?
Okay, at first I didn't believe it. At first I was like, this is a real smart tactic to get airtime. I should have fucking thought of that. Whose dick could I have sucked? And I was like, I'm not sucking Ariel's dick. That's not happening. No. First I was like, this must be made up. But then I actually saw them after the show, and it was really sweet. And, it's really cool to date somebody who gets you. And I couldn't imagine dating somebody who got me on that level, who actually been through that same emotional experience that Drag Race was. So I thought it was first like, this is for, TV, but then it seemed like they really were like really into each other and really like celebrating each other. And I was just like, who is the fucking top here? Because I can't imagine like Brooklyn bent over and Vanjie, like, would you get a ladder or a step stool? I don't know.
I think we all were wondering what that whole situation was.
Right? Maybe they were just, I don't know, maybe they like played patty cake or some shit. I don't know.
They played patty cake, all right.
All right.
Okay, look at her.
Scarlett
Envy, Team NYC.
Team NYC. Listen, like I love Scarlett so much. She's one of my best sisters. So what could I say that read this bitch to fucking filth? There's not much, because just like Brooklyn, she's like really weirdly like perfect a lot of the times. And me and my sisters got really close. We actually recorded a song, and we were supposed to make a motherfucking video. Let me tell you what this bitch Scarlett did. Me, Sugar, and Scarlett made this song with DJ Mitcherino called Diamond Status. And it didn't have diamond status. It was getting there. But we were supposed to film the music video for it, and this bitch pulled out like 2 days before we were supposed to shoot. And so I think the only fucking shit I gotta say about Scarlett is, come on, bitch. Get your shit together. Let's make this goddamn song and put this shit out for these people.
What was a memory of you and Scarlett from before Drag Race?
Before Drag Race, we used to work in New York City together, and we used to do a show called Distorted Divas, where we played like fucked up versions of famous people. We also both had nights at a club that I don't mention. I was there on Saturdays and she was there on Fridays, so we would pass.
All right, now that was the where you quit because you felt like you were being treated in a racist manner.
Absolutely was. And so I quit pretty publicly. But Scarlett and I worked together at that club. Most of my memories from that club were me with go-go boys in my dressing room doing illegal substances that go into your nose. But Scarlett and I always have been like good ride or die sisters. I always wanted to fuck. Before Drag Race, because Scarlett is fine as shit. She looks like Tarzan, and I wanted to climb that motherfucking tree. And so I was always trying to smash before Drag Race, but now we're like, we in a sister box. I mean, but that just means it will be awkward for the first 5 minutes.
And then?
After that, like we all squirrels and a nut is a nut.
This is the greatest sex-themed look at I've ever had, Lady Red. Well, let's see who else you want to fuck. Look at her!
Okay.
Oh, there she is.
My mama.
What was your experience with Ru? Obviously, Ru inspired your name by signing it to Honey.
Well, it was so strange to be that close to my hero. Not only did she like sign a name on a book that became my persona, and has changed my life. Most people don't get to interact with their heroes at all, but I got to have my life personally changed by mine. A lot of times when you look up to somebody and you're inspired by their work, you can only like enjoy that from your own perspective of life, and theirs never intersects. But how I feel about RuPaul, because I have no qualms about going home early, because I didn't have to do Trump the Rusical, thank God. Because that would have, bitch, could you imagine my black ass in that shit? Hello. But my feelings towards Ru are simple. I've always looked up to her. I've always admired the strength that man has. And when I was growing up, there weren't very many black people on TV, period, let alone another gay black man. And so to have that person who I had seen from afar directly come into my life, choose me out of thousands and thousands of people to go home third, and to not only like further my brand, but to attach her brand to mine. Now I'm like a Ru girl. Like she instilled an extreme responsibility in me, and I'm so thankful. Like that's all the tea I have.
All right, that's good. You did it. You made it through. Look at her. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't saying no sexy shit about grandma, about Mama Ru. That would be real strange.
Fred, that was one of the only people you said you didn't say you wanted to fuck.
No, but I did see pictures of her husband, but I'm gonna stay away from that. I ain't trying to get fucked.
Good idea. Well, honey, thank you for being here. You did a great job,
Thank
and
you.
it's so great to finally meet you, and I'm glad you'll be here in LA. We can work together a lot more.
I would absolutely love that. I'm crazy as shit, though.
Welcome to the club. Look who's talking. All right, well, thank you to the beautiful Lady Red, giving crazy eyes. I enjoy that. Thank you to Randy Boo, and of course, thank you to Honey Davenport.
Thank you.
Yes. And thanks to all of you. And we'll see you next time on Hey Qween, and look at her. Hit it. Look at her. Working, Lady Red. Yes. And honey, she's looking. Oh, she's giving it. Look at her. Bye, everybody. Get out of here, camera. Get out of here before honey tries to fuck you. Come on now. Hello, children.